Gêm gwpan ola'r prynhawn nawr ar S4C am y sylwebeth Saesneg yn parhau ar y botwm coch. English language commentary is again available for this Premier League Cup Final between Pontypridd and Cross Keys. Sky Plus, Freeview or Virgin Media viewers, please press the red button. If you have a TiVo box or Sky Q box, please access settings and use the audio selection option. Any problems, please contact our viewers hotline. Pen Llanw'r Cyffro nawr o Stadium, y Principality.
Helo, croeso nôl ato ni. Os mae nawr chi'n ymuno gyda ni, wel lle eich chi wedi bod am ddiwrnod o rygbi i ni wedi cael yn gynharach y pnawn yma. Caernarfon yn curo Clwb Athletic Pen y Bont ac yn mynd â chwpan adran 1, 30 i 29 y sgôr terfynol. Oedd hi mor agos a gêm agos yng nghwpan y bencampwriaeth hefyd. Crwydred Llanelli yn curo Ton D, triphwynt yn unig oedd yn hon hefyd. Ond mae yna un gêm fawr ar ôl hefyd. Cwpan uwch gyngre'r Cymru. Pontypridd yn erbyn Cross Keys ac ydyn wir mae Pontypridd wedi cyrraedd ac mae gwrthwynebwyr nhw Cross Keys hefyd yn Stadiwm Principality. Maen nhw'n barod i fynd ar gyfer y drydedd gêm fan hyn. I cefnogwyr nhw yn y dre, maen nhw'n edrych mlaen. Gobeithio bod chi gytre. Dyma ni mynd te. Cwpan yr uwch gyngre'r Pontypridd yn erbyn Cross Keys. Ni wedi cael gwledd o rygbi fan hyn yn yr heilwen braf. Ken Owens a Lloyd Lewis ar ben i digon. Ken, ti wedi bod yn eistedd yma yn joio dy hunan yn yr heilwen braf, yn y crysau. Dy gris cwta di, beth wyt ti wedi fwynhau fwyaf?
Wel, yr awyrgylch, mae'r pobl yma wedi troi mas i cefnogi eu pentre a trefi lleol. A mae'r chwaraewyr wedi rhoi gledd arno i ni. Mae wedi bod yn ffantastig gweld nhw a rygbi dda iawn o ansawdd. Uchel iawn o'r 4 tîm sydd wedi bod chwarae yma hyd yn hyn.
Ie, ni wedi cael cyffro yn do, ac ni'n gobeithio bod y safon yn mynd i barhau. Pontypridd yn erbyn Cross Keys. Dau o gewri rygbi Cymru. Mae hon yn addo bod yn ei dda.
Ie, fi'n gobeithio, wedi Steve a wedi Ken, mae'r 2 gêm ni wedi cael wedi bod yn anhygoel hyd yma. Wrth gwrs, sy'n disgwyl i'r safon cynyddu nawr wrth ni'n cyrraedd y cwpan y Premiership. A ie, mae'r 2 tîm na, wedi Steve Cawri yn hanes rygbi Cymru. A fi jyst yn, ddim yn gwybod beth i disgwyl ar y 2 gêm dweud yna.
Ie, achos ni wedi cael bach o bopeth yn do. Pontypridd, Cross Keys, mae'n anodd yn diwy gyda gêm gwpan i benderfynu pwy yw'r ffefryn fan hyn, yn diwy?
Na, mae'n lot o hanes gyda'r ddau tîm. Cross Keys wedi bod trwyddo lot y tymor yma gyda'r problemau gyda'r car pethau fyny. Ond mae gêm gwpan, cyfle i dod i'r stadiwm fan hyn. Mae bron i fod, mae'r ffom yn mynd mas o'r ffenest, a pwy bynnag sy'n troi lan ar y diwrnod, eith mynd yddi.
Ac wrth gwrs, Pontypridd ddim yn rhan o Super Rugby Cymru. Ac o'n i'n edrych ar ei gwefan nhw heddi, ac o'n nhw'n dweud oherwydd bod nhw wedi cael blynyddau anodd, bod nhw eisiau rhoi rhywbeth i'r cefnogwyr i ddathlu.
Ie, wrth gwrs, fel wedys i ddechrau da, mae nhw'n huge o ran diwydiant rygbi yng Nghymru. A mae fe'n siom i ddim gweld nhw yn y S4C fod yn onest, a mae'n colled yn un peth gyda nith enghraifft. Ond ie, bydd hyn yn golygu cymaint i'r cymuned, cyfle i gorffen y tymor gyda rhywbeth really positif.
Wel, mae Pontypridd yn gobeithio ennill y gystadleuaeth yma am y 7th tro. Y tro diwethaf nhw ennill yn erbyn Cross Keys nôl yn 2014. Cwpan Swaleg oedd y gystadleuaeth bryd hynny. Felly, siw maen nhw'n teimlo 11 mlynedd yn ddiweddarach. Mae Owain Gwynedd wedi bod ar barc yr arfe i ffindo mas.
Diolch i Cats, ia, dim ond Llanelli a Chaerdydd sy'n lle cwpan ma'r fwy achlasuron na Pontypridd. Ac un gwrs bod y rhan allweddol o'r tîm dros y blynyddoedd dwytha edrych Christian Parker. Christian, if I can grab you for a second, former captain, now player coach. How are the nerves ahead of this one?
Yeah, a couple of sleepless nights leading up to it, in terms of team selection, and now obviously boys disappointed. But yeah, it's a big day for the club. We haven't been in a final for 10 years, so nerves are going to be there.
Yeah, beat Cross Keys last time out, didn't you?
Yeah, we made hard work of it though. They're a good outfit, to be fair to them. They come flying out the gates against us. I think about 19-0 up really early on, so we had to show some good character and determination to get back into the game. And we showed that, and hopefully we show that in abundance today.
Yeah, you've already played Cross Keys this season. You beat them. What do you learn from that one?
Obviously, they got a really big park, lots of experience in that, so we're expecting them to come with a big set piece in terms of driving line out and scrum. Reece at 10 is an experienced old head. He's got a great left foot on him, so he's going to play a kicking game. So we're just going to try and nullify that and play our own game.
Christian, thanks for your time. Good luck today. All the best for this one. Dale Stuckey fan hyn, o'n i'n siŵr lle oedd o'n Chris wrth ochr y pist yma. Dale Stuckey, if I could grab you a second. 200 games plus for Pontypridd, scoring 100 try for the club. You know, what does it mean to kind of be in your 10th season with Pontypridd and playing next door?
It's massive, you know. That's why you play rugby at the end of the day, you know. Growing up in the 90s, you see the, you know, Ponty, how well they were doing back in the 90s, and that's why you come when I joined, we were winning doubles and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's great, you know, especially being here now, my third time. You know, it's nice to have a new set of boys to do it with, and hopefully we can take it home today.
Well, all the best, Dale. Good luck today. Have a good one. Cheers. Diolch yn fawr.
Mae'n dipyn o arwr yn diwedd Dale Stuckey yn dal I fod. Pa mor bwysig alle fe fod, Ken, heddi I Pontypridd?
Mae'r profiad sydd da fe, bydd yn allweddol yn gêm mawr fan hyn. As bydd pawb mae'n panu mewn I gilydd, mae fe'n gallu just tynnu pethau nôl a'r profiad sydd da fe, ond deall diwylliant y clwb hefyd a beth mae Pontypridd amdano, a gyda rhywun fel fe yn arwain y ffordd, bydd yn holl bwysig heddi.
Ti di waran I erbyn Lloyd?
Dale Stuckey, ydw. Fi'n chwarae ebyn pan oedd ar y asgell. Mae fe'n bwy anodd I taclo, mae y strwythder fe'n anhygoel. A ti'n gwybod erbyn hyn nawr, gyda'r holl brofiad mae wedi cael, mae'n gwybod y gêm ti mewn a mas. Felly ie, mae'n chwarae o'r ofri yn sicr.
Pwy sy'n gyfle yma, ti neu fe?
Cwestiwn dol, paid bod yn syni.
Ti mae'n siŵr. Reit, beth am wedi ganolbwyntio ar Cross Keys nesa, achos maen nhw wedi cael 6 mis anodd a dweud y lleia. Gaethon nhw lefogydd, os gofiwch chi, cyn yn y Nadolig, a y clwb o dan rhyw 6 troedfedd o ddŵr yn dilyn storm Bert. Oedd rhaid nhw ymarfer mewn llefydd eraill. Maen nhw hefyd I colli aelod arall pwysig o'r clwb. Dyma fe chi, Mark Prangle. A 5 mis yn ddiweddarach, mae'r clwb hanesyddol gam I ffwrdd o ennill cwpan yr uwch gyngred. Fe fydde hynny yn dipyn o beth.
Dwi wedi fod yn rhan o'r clwb nawr am dros 10 awd. Cratching! A sa'n gallu rhoi mewn I geiriau be mae'r clwb wedi wneud I fi dros cyfnodau o iselder. Person gyntaf nes I siarad amdano hwnna oedd Mark Prangle, y team manager y clwb yma, yn ffodus gollon ni prang blwyddyn diwetha.
We lost him at the end of December 23, and if it wasn't for this club, I wouldn't be here. They just wrap your arms around you, and it is a proper community.
Mae'r clwb di mynd trwy siwrd gymaint o bethau yn y 10 awd diwethaf. Mae hwnna'n rhoi rhyw ysbryd gwahanol I ni na falle mae clwb arall ddim efo. Sa'n weid hwnna am beth I Ponty, achos clwb cymunedol yw nhw fyd. A mae'n neis bod 2 clwb cymunedol yn chwarae yn erbyn I gilydd yn y stadiwm fawr yma.
Going through these tragic incidences and then to come out and have this absolutely exciting day, they absolutely dream of it, and it's happening.
Beth I chwarae yn y stadiwm, so fydd yn neis kind of gyrru mewn i'r stadiwm trwy Westgate Street a mynd mas a chwarae mewn stadiwm, ond ultimately ni cael job I gwneud.
Mae fe'n fwy na gêm, ond ni methu meddwl amdano hwnna cyn. Ni goffi meddwl, just gêm yw ni goffi ennill, a wedyn ar ôl ni gallu edrych nôl a meddwl, mae cyfle I cyflawni rhywbeth a rhoi nôl I y bobl sy'n gwneud I pethau digwydd fel Angie, fel Mark. Fod yn y stadiwm na a meddwl amdano Mark yn mynd I meddwl lot.
Mark will be with us on the day. If we can pick up that cup, be absolutely awesome.
Mae wedi bod yn gyfnod anodd iawn i'r clwb. 6 mis emosiynol tu hwnt. Lloyd fe rywun oedd yn arfer chwarae'r clwb. Mae'n siŵr bod ti'n gallu gweld yr emosiwn, yr teimladau fyna. A be mae diwrnod fel heddi yn meddwl i'r clwb ar gymuned gyfan?
Ie, mae fe'n huge. O'n i'n chwarae dan nhw pan o'n i'n 80 blwyddyn yn ôl nawr, ond o'n i'n am tuad 3 tymor. Mark Prang, Angie, maen nhw'n legends, a mae'r clwb na yw bywyd nhw. Mae hwnna'n yr un peth i gymaint o pobl gwahanol. A mae'n clasu'r cymuned ac i pobl fel Angie a fel wedodd hi i cael ar ôl colli Mark yn amlwg. Bydd e fan hyn gyda'r boys i gyd a mae fe'n clwb gwych a fi'n gobeithio maen nhw'n neud yn dda heddiw.
Mae'n siŵr bydd yn sbardun ychwanegol iddyn nhw. A ddydd Iau, oedd na seremoni arbennig yn y clwb crysau a Thei yn cael ei rhoi i'r rheini fydd yn chwarae heddi. Ac yn ei blith nhw, Richard Cornog, sy'n chwarae drydedd rownd derfynol i Cross Keys. Dyma fe i chi, gêm 412 i'r clwb heddi. I ffug enw fe, Beef. Sgwn i pam, Ken?
Jyst i gweld yna nawr, nes i chwarae gyda Richard Cornog, blynydde maith yn ôl yn tyfu lan. Mae'r un oedran y fi, Rich, a wnaethon ni chwarae gêm eiegdydd Cymru gyda'n gilydd a yn erbyn ei gilydd. So, na bydd dda. Ond ti'n bod, na beth o'n danol, pobl sy'n rhoi popeth i'r clwb, nid jyst ar y ca, ond oddi ar y ca hefyd, i cael dyddiau fel hyn. A na'r ffordd maen nhw'n cael y diolch nôl o'r gêm, yr undeb rygbi Cymru a popeth, i gallu dod mas i'r stadiwm gorau yn y byd ma, cael y cyfle i chwarae o flaen ei ffrindiau a'r gymuned.
A dyw e ddim wedi cael digon eto. Mae eisiau torri record y clwb. Mae eisiau chwarae am gyfnod eto. Mae'n angredadwy. Mae'n 39 mlwydd oed. Un chwaraewr arall, allai fod yn holl bwysig. Mae gyda fe brofiad rhyngwladol. Rhys Jones. Mae Kingsley Jones wrth gwrs. Mae e'n chwaraewr peryglus iawn ac mae e'n chwaraewr sy'n gallu gwneud gwahaniaeth ar y cae.
Wrth gwrs, ni'n edrych ar y profiad mae'n chwarae mewn safle mor dylanwadol wrth gwrs fel maswr. Mae'r profiad na yn holl bwysig a mae trwy'r chwythau yn anghrydadwy. Chi'n gwylio fe pan mae'n rhoi'r kick-offs ma lan nawr. Fi'n cofio chwarae 7 bob ochr o'n nhw'n dweud fe oedd yr un gorau yn y byd yn kick-offs. Mae fe'n anhygoel, mae wir yn. Felly mae fe'n talent bwysig iawn a fel wedys i, mae profiad fe'n angenrheidiol i Cross Keys heddiw yma.
Pa mor bwysig, Ken, yw cael maswr i reoli popeth, setlo'r nerfau ar achlysur fel hyn?
Mae'n grêt gweld chwaraewyr sy'n nes i tyfu lan y chwarae gyda, a dal yn mynd mas o'r
Mae eisiau ti gael dy fwtsto lan?
Na, dim ragor i fi. Na, un peth bydd Rhys a y profiad sydd am. Mae'n chwarae ar y lefel ucha, mae'n gallu reoli'r gêm. A na beth oedd y gwahaniaeth gyda fe fel chwaraewr, un o'r ifanc, oedd e'n gallu reoli'r gêm gyda'r gêm cicio, a wneud y penderfyniadau cywir. So, byddai'n allweddol heddi i Cross Keys.
Mae'n ddiddorol yn diwedd. Fi'n gwybod bod gêm gwpan yn gallu bod yn wahanol iawn, ond pan mae rhywun yn edrych ar y tabl, Pontypridd, mae'n teimlo fel taw nhw yw'r ffefrynnau clir, ydy yn 10?
Os ti'n edrych ar y tabl wrth gwrs...
Mwna gwestiwn anheg i rywun oedd arfer chwarae Cross Keys?
Os ti'n edrych ar y tabl wrth gwrs, ond ni'n gweld falle oedd Pen y Bont gynharach yn y ffefrynnau, ond o'n nhw'n colli. Ni wedi cael 2 gêm anhygoel heddiw ma'n barod, a fel mae Ken wedi dweud, ar diwrnod fel hyn, Cup Final, achlysur mor fawr, mae'n pwy bynnag sy'n gallu ymdopi gyda'r achlysur na a trosglwyddo hwnna mewn i perfformiad, oherwydd mae yn anodd.
Wel, ni wedi cael 2 gêm wych. Ni'n gobeithio bod ni'n mynd i gael 3 gêm wych hefyd. Cyn i ni fynd at yr egwyl, beth am i ni gael neges fach gan un o gynser y clwb? Mae e'n dal i fod yn seren, cofiwch, ond mewn camp wahanol.
2012 with Cross Keys was probably one of my best years, and we had a really good team. So yeah, it was a game that we thought we could win, and we went on and won it. But I think at 19-all, there was a kick off, the ball just bounced into my hands perfect, and I gassed the scrum after the corner. And yeah, luckily I kept my foot in. I think it was really close, and how I kept my foot in, I don't know, but it was a great memory for me, especially in one of the best stadiums in the world. Playing rugby, it was my main career, and I love playing for Cross Keys. I love playing, for my old team, Markham, to go to the Millennium Stadium and even just to play on there, whether we won or not. It was a great privilege for me to just lace my boots up, get out on that field, but to score a try, win and lift the trophy, yeah, it's right up there, with any trophy I've ever won. Obviously, I've got fond memories and great connections with Cross Keys, and I wish them all the best. But yeah, my daughter has got a boyfriend who's in the squad with Pontypridd and part of the team there, so I'm going to be a little bit mutual, but probably siding towards Cross Keys if I'm honest with you. No worries.
Croeso nôl I Stadiwm y Principality. Rownd derfynol cwpan yr uwchgyngred rhwng Pontypridd a Cross Keys. Sgwni, siw mae'r ddau dîm yn teimlo yn y twnnel. Mae Lloyd yn gwybod yn iawn ar ôl chwarae yma. Yn y rownd derfynol yn erbyn Caerdydd I Gasnewydd 2 flynedd yn ôl. Siwr o ti'n teimlo cyn rhedeg allan i'r cae?
Mae'n anodd, mae'n rhaid I chi jyst trio mwynhau'r profiad. Fi'n gwybod o'n i'n mor nerfus oherwydd yr achlysu'r mor fawr. Sio cyntaf ar y stadiwm, nes I ddim really mwynhau'r gêm, nes I ddim cymryd e mewn. A wedyn pam chi'n meddwl yn y gyddol fel ni, chi ddim yn perfformio. Mae'n hawsach dweud na wneud, a mae'n bwysig bod y boys ma jyst yn trio mwynhau.
Dyma nhw'n dod yn barod I fynd. Rownd derfynol yr uwch y gyngred. English language commentary available with Ken Owens and Phil Steele, ond yn Gymraeg. Dewch I ni fynd draw at Ivan Phillips, sy'n cadw cwmni I Griff McKee.
Thank you very much, Catherine. Welcome to the English language commentary. As the both teams come out on the field, they've met twice in the final before, these sides, with 1 win apiece. There's the Pontypridd side. Well, the Evergreen Dale Stuckey will provide pace in the back three, along with Louis Roquefort Sugar. He's got gas. It's a tried and tested pack as well, that's led from the flank by Callie James, and experience on the bench. And have a look out for Jeff Young, the Canadian replacement hooker. There's the keys. Watch for the canny promptings of Rhys Jones, son of Kingsley, of course, at 10. And Richard Cornock approaching Tom Lampard's club appearances record. It's 412 today, it's Cornock. Corey Nichols is the talisman in the back row, captain the side. Referee Aaron Parry. We're all ready to go. Pontypridd are in the white shirts with the red flashes, playing from right to left. Cross Keys in all black. We've had 2 fabulous finals so far. And let's hope this third one, the Premiership Cup Final, can reach those heights. Johan Evans gets us underway. Joe Rakes. Pontypridd burgling possession already. Rakes in again. Joe Miles, the 8.
Advantage over. No.
It's Christian Parker.
Stay.
One of the coaches. Good early possession for Pontypridd. Johan Evans spotted on that far side. That's a beautiful kick, and it's Pontypridd in for the first try, and it's Dale Stuckey. Well, that would have been his 101st try for the club, if it's allowed. I don't think it is going to be, though. Referee Aaron Parry has seen something. Well, we may go to the TMO. Here it is. Lovely little dink and dare from Johan Evans. And there's Stuckey, 33 now. Beautiful kick. Now, did it go forward off Joe Davis? That's the question.
Crouch. Bind.
No, so we're going to go for the scrum. I'm delighted to say I've been joined by the Sheriff himself, Ken Owens, for the Wales and Lions hooker. And a big drive by Pontypridd, although Keys got away with it. Ken, your opinion on the first 2 matches, and what do you expect from this one?
Oh, apologies for being late, Phil. It was a bit of a further walk than I anticipated, and I got collared by members of the board to try and solve Welsh rugby, but you know that's a bigger issue than we know. No, it's been a fantastic day here today, Phil. You know, to come to the cathedral of Welsh rugby, the best stadium in the world, to give the grassroots clubs and their supporters an opportunity, and you know the players to play on this hallowed turf that I've been fortunate enough to have done for a long time. It's just a fantastic occasion, and we've had 2 fantastic games.
Right, let's see if this one can
Free black. Free black.
Free black. Ken Ponders sorting out Welsh rugby.
9, that's 1.
Let's hope this one goes to extra time then, if that's the case. You'll need it. Ponty have it.
No, tackles made.
Crossing perhaps, but no, says the referee. A lot of possession early doors for Pontypridd. Still in the Keys 22. These teams have met, as I said, twice in the final before. And here's could be the first try for Pontypridd, and it is Joe Davis powering under the sticks for the Valley Commandos, the former Ponty youth man. First blood to Pontypridd and Joe Davis.
Great start from Pontypridd, just spending time in Cross Keys' 22, putting them under pressure, just going through the phases, and a great line there, and he's under the sticks.
One of several ex-Ponty youth players in this final squad today.
Both of them.
He's a member of Llanharen's all-conquering side last season. They won the promotion, they won the cup, and they won the silver ball as well. And he's marked the end of this season with Ponty as a try scorer at Principality Stadium. I say the end of the season, Ponty is still in with a shout of winning the Premiership. A little bit adrift at Merthyr in second place. Got to say as well, those first 2 games, Ken, the fans really got behind their sides, didn't they? Terrific atmosphere.
No, they did. You know, the people who've come out to support their teams, they've really got behind it. You know, you've seen Carnarvon, 600-700 people this morning travelling down the E470. And it's been a really nice atmosphere, you know, everybody supporting each other, obviously supporting their own teams, but, you know, it hasn't been hostile at all. Everybody's enjoyed a beer, and it's been a great occasion in the sun.
Now the front row battle will be interesting. Jake Wisniewski, Nathan Hewish and Richard Cornock, the evergreen Richard Cornock, tight head for Cross Keys. And they're up against Ben Stevens, Rob Jones and Garin Daniel. Some good Valleys beef on both sides of the scrum there. And Richard Cornock, well, he's been around forever, isn't he? 39 years of age. He's approaching Tom Lampard's appearances record for Cross Keys. That'll be 427. So if he gets another season in next season, when he'll be 40, Richard Cornock, he'll just about do that. So he stays injury free. This is Keys' first real attack. Rhys Jones getting them going. There it is again. Look at that lovely cutout pass from Jones. You've seen it so often. Huge experience, professional player, former professional player as well. I don't know if Kingsley is here. He was here for the. He was here at Ebervale the other day for the Ebervale game that was on S4C Click.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I haven't seen him in the crowd today, but no, Cross Keys need a bit of pressure in Ponty's 22 year now. But Cross Keys have got a lot of experience in the team. 2 guys I've played with and against in Richard Cornock and Rhys Jones, showing what they can do and still do.
Nathan Hewish in steerage class at the back of that maul, driving it on. And the big pod comes in. There's Cornock, number 3, he's starting his weight. Louis Pullen as well, the flanker. Show and go from Duan Thomas.
Step.
It's nice and quick for Tom Bridge. He has got options. Harvey Reid at that time. John Verrier, the other second row. Jones.
No, momentum.
Must be about 9 to 10 phases here for Keys, and they concede in the end. Frustration for them.
Pontypridd, to be fair, showing their quality, you know, plenty of discipline in their defensive structure, back in their forwards especially to make good tackles, and, you know, getting over the ball there, great turnover. Cross Keys just running out numbers and a bit of shape at the end of it. Great defensive set from Pontypridd.
Yeah, Callie James Wales under-20s international and sevens. Another Ponty youth product. He was in the Cardiff Academy. Nathan Hewish, Rob Jones. Former Cross Keys man, Rob Jones.
No leave.
Aerial taken by Ben Roberts, product of St Peter's Rugby Club in Cardiff, the youth system there. Very fine youth system. Played for Wales under-18s as well, Ben Roberts, and he can shift, so if he gets a bit of space with some loose kicks, he could be in for some fun.
9, use it, please. Yeah.
Still cagey opening moments. Now, will it open up for Pondy, up to the halfway?
Advantage, number 3 offside.
What have they seen on that right-hand side? Joe Miles. Advantage coming for Pontypridd.
Advantage over.
Nice little kick if it bounces.
Backward.
Well, Rhys Jones, he did well to get back in the pocket and also just do a bit of scrambling. Pontypridd losing out on an advantage there.
Backward first, then forward.
Yeah, both sides just trying to work each other out a little bit at the moment. But you can see there's going to be opportunity at some point. We've seen in the first 2 games, you know, the firmness of this pitch. The ball is bouncing anywhere. So, you know, there's going to be opportunity for the full-backs at some point.
Let's go to Owain, pitch side.
Wel, dwi'n cael cwmni Kevin Morgan rwan, cynt o Pontypridd. Kevin, y cychwyn perffaith i Ponty.
Ie, dechreuad gwych, cais anhygoel gan yr asgellwr Joe Davies, dechreuad gwych i Pontypridd, ond yn siŵr. Oedden nhw'n siarad cyn i gêm am gael dechreuad da, a dyna beth ddigwyddodd.
Ie, ac oedd y hanes di efo'r clwb. Ydy atgofion di o weld Ponty chwarae'n ifanc, chos bod ni'n cael hanes hir yn y gystadleuaeth yma.
Ie, dwi'n cofio dod lawr yma i gweld Nigel Bazzani yn pigo lan y cwpan yn 95, so atgoffion dda o atgoffion hapus o Pontypridd yn dod lawr i'r stadiwm ac yn ennill y cwpan.
Ie, a gyfras iawn, 20 mlynedd sy'n eisiau gan plawn yn fan hyn i chdi hefyd.
Ie. Mae ddim yn teimlo fel 20 mlynedd yn ôl i fod yn onest, ond oedd hi'n dydd gret. O'n i'n siarad yn gynharach am oedd hi'n dydd mor gwych. Dwi ddim cofio llawer yma gêm, ond roedd y noson ar ôl yn amser sbri.
Gwych, diolch Kevin. Reit, Ponty yn ymosod nôl at chi, boys.
What a fine player Kevin Morgan was. Can you believe it's 20 years ago last month that he scored in the Grand Slam game against Ireland, the first Grand Slam for 27 years. And he looks well too, does Kevin Morgan. Did you play against Kevin Morgan? You caught him early in your career?
Yeah, I played, I think he was at the Dragons when I played against Kev, when he, I remember that 2005 game. I was in the Wales under-19 squad and then went into the Scarlets first team the year after that. So I played a bit against Kev when he was at the Dragons. Never caught him, mind you, he was quite quick.
Not many people did, Ken. So still waiting for this final to catch fire. Ponty with the early lead. We're talking about memories. Kevin Morgan being heard from, if you were watching on the Welsh language feed, you would have heard Kerwin Price be interviewed. Of course, he scored the winning try in 2014 here, the former world darts champion. I bet he's watching this today wherever he is, if he's not in the ground.
No, he's off his feet. Black lead.
Slow for Joe Rakes.
He's fallen the wrong side.
He get a penalty.
Yeah, can break.
Pontypridd just building some pressure now.
You've fallen the wrong side.
Forcing Cross Keys into giving away soft penalties. But like you said, fellas, just waiting for this it's a very cagey start to the game. Pontypridd got the first try, but we're just waiting for that spark. Someone to just really grab the final. I know we're only 12 minutes into it, but actually just go, right, let's start exciting this crowd and get people behind us.
There are players on both sides behind the scrum. Louise Rochefort Sugar is one. Ben Roberts, Cross Keys fullback, another. But it's the battle up front that's going on at the moment. Joe Miles takes it for Pontypridd. Now what have they got here? Joe Davis, the try scorer. Options either side for Rakes. Garin Daniel, part of this powerful Ponty front row.
Step, please.
He's been playing in Ireland with Garin Daniel for Galwegians, which is Warren Gatlin's first club that he coached. Joe Davis again. He's looked one of Ponty's more likely players so far. Already bagged a try. It's much quicker for Johan Evans. Spots half a gap. Does the fly half? No, there could be something on the left-hand side. Stuckey. And, excellent Cross Keys defence brings him the penalty.
Some good last-ditch work from Cross Keys there, right on their line to stop what looked like at one point a certain Ponty try. But Ponty is starting to slowly, in the last 2 minutes, build that pressure and starting to get into their rhythm, going through the gears at the moment. Cross Keys done well to keep him out there.
There's Rhys Jones. Let's get some reaction from the early doors from Cross Keys with Owain.
Ie, dwi'n fawr Gwes yn Price, hyfforddwr y scrums. Gwes, mae wedi bod yn ddechrau digon anodd. Ponty ar dan, sgorio'n gynnar wedi wrthod yr...
Ie, dyn nhw bach fwy egni, dyn ni ar fwy, bydd rhywun mewn y gornel, sefydlu hi yna yn y cae, a ni jyst methu yn dopi da egni nhw ar foment, ond ni edrych fel bod falle o'n mynd i newid yn y 5 munud nesaf, so falle bach o nerfau di mynd o'r boes nawr a agor lan wedyn.
Ie, Cross Keys, y cae yn dryddiadol, y fwtlyd, lle anodd iawn i chwarae. Sy'n bach chwarae yma yn y Principality, y cae mor hyfryd hyn yn siwtio chi.
Ni wedi newid ffordd ni'n chwarae dros y flynyddoedd diwetha. Ie, mae dal set piece yn really bwysig i ni, bydd ni'n neud sgrym a llinell osod, ond fel ni'n neud nawr, ni'n twlu bel o gwmpas a mae boes ifanc yn licio chwarae ar y cae mawr a maen nhw'n licio taflu bel, wel fi wedi weid na, ond maen nhw'n licio express themselves fel petai, chymod.
Ac so, ydych chi'n cael bach o diriogaeth rwan, a jyst adeiladu fewn i'r gêm ydy'r hwnna o bach. So, un sgwrs hynny, so dyddiau cynnar be, llai na chwarter awr dros chwarter awr i'r un.
Wel na beth ydym, 80 munud yn gêm, falle fydd fach o mynd a ddod yn ni, a wedyn pwy oer yn y 10 munud nesaf, falle fydd ni ar ben nhw, a cawn weld beth digwyddith trwy gyrraedd y gêm.
Diolch Gwes.
Diolch.
The main message from Cross Keys was that they've started rather nervously, but happy that they're starting to get back into it. Well, they trail 7-0 still. And a little bit of confusion in the ranks there, and this should be a little walk-in, or almost a walk-in. Now, was that momentum?
I think he'll be having a look at this, Phil.
Louise Rochefort Sugar, the man. Product of that wonderful rugby academy, Glantav School in Cardiff.
Okay. Jen, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Aaron.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, so the ball is on the line. Just need to check 2 things for me, please. The movement that got him to the line is a double movement, and also the offside line, please.
Yeah. Okay, so you want me to check double movement and offside kick?
Please.
Interesting man on the left of your screen there is Gwyn Morris, assistant today, head of PE at Whitchurch High School. And we know what they've done for Welsh rugby and Welsh cycling, Welsh football, Welsh Rugby League.
And he'd be a happy man today with his connections to Carnarvon Rugby Club as well, so he'd be a happy man.
That's right, that's what he's from.
Are you happy with the onside at kick?
Have you got a wider angle? Sorry, Jen. So the one that we're looking for is the winger.
That is the widest angle we've got.
That is the widest angle, is it?
He's fine, you need to check the one before that.
Okay, so the one before, sorry, Jen.
Looked onside at the kick, didn't he? I'm wondering whether he's crawled over at the end there. Double movement.
I think that's what we need to be looking at more than anything.
Okay, so I'm happy with the offside there. We just need to check the double movement now then.
Got to give credit to Ben Roberts as well. You know, when an error has been made and he's worked back there to put pressure, looked like a certain try, and that was a questionable try.
Should mention as well, Whitchurch High School, cricket,
Aaron,
of course.
have you seen that?
Yeah, so, Jen, what I'm seeing here is we're happy with the offside, but for me, the red player...
The Morgan captain is
reached
also
once
a product of...
and then propelled himself forward
Whitchurch
again,
High
so
School.
we've got it down as double movement. Do you agree?
Agree.
Yeah? Okay, let me explain. So it's going to be no try.
No try.
The offside is fine. But it's
double movement.
Penalty by here, okay? No try. Double movement.
A chance for Rhys Jones to clear his lines. There's that trusty left boot. His father Kingsley also played for Cross Keys at part of his career. And when you look at their alumni, Cross Keys, Talupai Falatau, Garwin Price we've mentioned, Bobby Windsor, the great Bobby Windsor. So they've had their fair share of players who've gone on to great things.
Yeah.
They did have a guy as well called Rex Richards, who went to become a Hollywood actor, played once for Wales, starred in a film called Wild Women of Wongo. Ever seen that one? No?
I can't say I have, Phil.
And he got down to the last two apparently when they were casting for Tarzan. Lost out to a guy called Gordon Scott, and he became known as Tarzan then in Welsh rugby circles. So just the one cap, 2 caps for Wales on the same day. His first and his last, Rex Richards. So Ponty will have to start again from this scrum. And once again, coming up to the end of the first quarter, and this game hasn't really fired the imagination as of yet.
Just stay back, please. Thank you.
Parity at the scrum by the look of it. So this is where Ponty will be hoping. Stuckey gets it out to Joe Davis. Davis powerful. Still going, not held, over the line. Did he get it down?
So the knock-on is
no, knocked on the line. A brace in the offing for Joe Davis, just evading him.
Some good scramble defence from Cross Keys there, but far too easy. You know, Pontypridd getting on the outside of them from pretty much first phase there. I think this will suit Cross Keys a little bit. They're frustrating Pontypridd. They're not getting the points that they're probably deserving of. But when they're getting the opportunity, you know, from clearing and getting a line out, they've got to be accurate to keep themselves in this game. Good question. Was that a jump? So could they have a penalty?
Was that a jump?
We won't go into that discussion today, Phil, shall we?
No. Was it 4 faults or was it a refusal? Yeah. Anyway, scrum it is. Sensible. Ponty just looking to have a little bit of a nudge on that scrum for me. Tom Bridge back to Rhys Jones. And here's Lloyd pitch side again. So while Lloyd's talking in Welsh, we'll keep on English commentary. End of the first quarter, 7-0 to Pontypridd, 1 try, Joe Davis. How long then, Ken, before Ponty start to get frustrated and he starts to tell, given all the territory they've had?
You know, I think within, you know, another error there, not straight at the line out. The longer Cross Keys can stay in this battle, I think it will suit them. You know, Pontypridd, you know, we've probably left 2 or 3 tries out there already in the first 20 minutes. So the longer they, you know, they're going to start forcing the game at some point, which is going to open it up for Cross Keys. But no, Pontypridd now just need to stay in their structure, the system that they've been working on all season, to get the points. But this will suit Cross Keys at the moment.
Pontypridd won 43-31 in the first league fixture against these two teams back in February at Sardis Road. They actually meet at Pandy Park next week in the league. Stuckey, up she goes. Almost a useful kick, but Stuckey just couldn't get hands to it. 2 knock-ons.
Stuckey from 15, the opportunity he's had, has looked at we know his experience at this level. He looks the one that could unlock this Cross Keys defence and create something. Hasn't quite had the full opportunity to show what he can do yet, but I'm sure he'll be looking for more opportunities like that from open field to get running.
Well, Lloyd Lewis's pitch side, Newport wing. What have you made of the opening quarter, Lloyd?
Well, I think it's obvious to say the Pontypridd have been in the driver's seat completely. I think Cross Keys have really struggled to establish themselves in the game so far. Plenty to go, of course, only 20 minutes in, but they need boys like Rhys now to step up. Rhys Jones, with his talents he has, he's got an amazing left foot on him. They need to establish themselves in the Pontypridd half some way or other.
You're a winger, Joe Davis. What have you made of him so far? Came from Llanharan, all-conquering Llanharan. They won 3 trophies last season.
Yeah, really impressed so far. I think the way the Pontypridd play, we've seen many examples now, especially the 2 tries that were disallowed, how they move the ball to space, nice clean platform from the set piece as well. And as a winger, that's all you can ask for, is to have the opportunities in the wide channels, and Pontypridd surely facilitate that.
Lloyd Lewis, Newport wing. Pitch side for us today.
He's won the ball. Red's won the ball.
Keys just a little bit lax at the breakdown again.
The initial
ball, they have an opportunity there, showing what they can do. That they're trying to spread this game, as Gwesson, the coach said a couple of minutes ago. Solid scrum, changing the point of attack, almost getting intercepted, but they had a go at it. But when you go in there, you've got to be accurate in the contact area.
3-2 the penalty count against Cross Keys. There's some European rugby coming up on S4C. That 10:05 Connacht against Cardiff is as live. And then Scarlets at Ospreys, the big one tomorrow. The Welsh derby.
The first in the line out is off his head, and then the second one's on the.
You there for that one? Showing the colours?
I'm not, Phil. I'm an EPCR judicial officer, so I can't obviously do TV work whilst I'm doing that. So but I'm up in the Gwent Valleys tomorrow. I'm up in Bryn Mawr Rugby Club doing a question and answer dinner. So I'm looking forward to that. I haven't been up to Bryn Mawr for a long time, so should be fun.
Fabulous club, Bryn Mawr, at the top of the Gwent Valley there. 4 layers will do you tomorrow because it's spring and you're indoors. Greetings to everyone from Bryn Mawr if you're watching. Got some terrific times up there myself. Right, Keys looking to move it from depth. There's Ben Roberts, he won't need a second invitation, the fullback.
Take him back.
Taken back in, so Stuckey had to play it really, and it dipped viciously on him, but he'll still be annoyed with himself there.
This is where you're perhaps starting to see the frustration, the pressure coming on Pontypridd. Dale Stuckey, who has been a bit of a shining light in this first quarter of the game, with his pace and his counter-attacking threat, seen an opportunity and perhaps trying to force it. The decision was perhaps let it go into touch and start from a set piece, but he's backed himself, and hopefully Cross Keys can build from here.
Dale Stuckey, 206th appearance for Pontypridd today. What a servant he's been, and it's a Bull product.
Crouch. Binds, please. Set. Yeah, stay in there. Okay?
Key scrum, looking steady. Just couldn't gather it, Ralph Miller. Probably have it back on halfway. And it's all a bit of an error fest at the moment out there.
No, it is. You see it, a great scrum from Cross Keys there, and just seeing the range of Rhys Jones's pass in there, going for the sort of the miss two, which has given Ponty plenty to think about in defence, and just getting it wide to the wings, and just an error stopping the game again.
Let's go to Owain, pitch side.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, Stuart Ricks, rheolwr tîm Pontypridd, sef yw rwan. Stuart, it feels like, I want to say, in control in this game at the moment. There's only one score in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said in control. I think on top and a bit more dominant, but unfortunately it's just a one score on the board. We could have done with finishing a couple of our opportunities and it'd be a lot more comfortable for us. But yeah, it's going well at the moment.
Yeah, how important is to get the next score, because if Cross Keys get it, they're going to have their tails up.
Yeah, it's difficult. We're applying the pressure. We're playing in the right areas. It's just making those minor changes now to get us over the line. So hopefully we'll get it in now.
Yeah, we were speaking off camera earlier. You've got two of your coaches, Christian Parker, Gary Smith, playing. How tough it is having your coaching staff on the pitch and also having to perform.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Obviously, the lads are trying to find the balance of managing the squad and then managing their team play as well. It's going well at the minute, and hopefully they'll continue for the rest of the game.
Superb. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stuart Ricks, great servant of Pontypridd. Makes a good point, actually, about having two-player coaches on the field. You can't take a laptop on the field with you, can you? And you haven't got that wide perspective then either.
No, you haven't. You're just seeing, what's in that peripheral vision. But I think perhaps this is the old school in me saying you've got to prepare the team well as coaches during the week to make the decisions and to execute a game plan. I think you can overanalyse during the game as it's going on. You've got to let your players and trust your players. And obviously the experience of the two guys who were spoken about by Stuart Ricks there. Garen especially has got experience at the top level of professional rugby. So I'm sure they'll be doing sort of micro coaching on the field. But you should have prepared your players well enough in the week to be able to make them decisions.
Useful kick, although Joe Davis did well to get out of it and still going, and does well to get the pass away as well. And that's a Keys yellow for sure, bringing that Pontypridd attack to a halt. Yeah, inevitable. Ralph Miller.
Never in a position to intercept that. Probably felt under pressure. It did look ominous that Ponty were heading for the corner there, and he felt that he had to do something. But this could work in Cross Keys' favour as long as they, Pontypridd look as if they won the 3 points to extend that lead. But it's another point of Cross Keys adding to the frustration of Ponty. Seemed like a lot of cover coming across there. Found someone who's in the backfield there, Ben Roberts. So yeah, not the greatest decision, but I've never been in them situations, so I wouldn't know what's going through his head.
Looks comfortable down there. Yeah, but just with the ball.
Approaching the half-an-hour mark. So this from Pontypridd, as you say, just they've been frustrated. Just build that board.
Yeah, got to settle the game. I think almost force Cross Keys to chase the game. They're almost chasing the game at the moment, not on the scoreboard though, but they just need to settle it, build the points, and like I said, they've been on top, but then they're not in control of this game at the moment.
Johan Evans, successful, 2 from 2, and it's a 10-point lead for Ponty. Yeah, much more subdued crowd so far than the other two games. Tondi take it on the clabometer so far for me today, the crowds.
Yeah, just about. Well, mind you, Carnarvon were almost up there with their rendition of Amar Heed. But
there they were going well on the singing. Yeah, I'll give them the singing.
to be fair, the two teams out here at the moment haven't quite given anything for their supporters to cheer at the moment. So hopefully we can see a bit of a spark.
Cross Keys have done more to get here. First round they beat Llangennech, then they beat Narberth in the quarter-final, and an extra time win at against Merthyr at Bargoed. A late Ralph Miller try. Pontypridd had a bye in the first round, then beat Bargoed away, and Newbridge comfortably at the Knoll, scoring 9 tries in that one.
Don't change. Yeah, don't change. Come on, please.
Bridge. Oh, is that a Ponty player taken out?
Yeah,
He went down like a badly packed parachute. I'm not sure if he's taken out or not. Play on, says the ref.
Advantage. Obstructed. Number 2, obstructed.
It ends up in a penalty to Keys.
A messy phase of play there, but I'm sure Cross Keys will be happy to get the ball back from 2 or 3 poor kicks from both sides there. Just gives them an opportunity to slow the clock down or speed the clock up, get a bit of territory, and get the player in the sin bin back on, and hopefully build some pressure on Pontypridd there.
Useful little prod from Chris Jones. It was Rob Jones. Rob Jones, the Ponty hooker, ex-Cross Keys. A good line-out ball from Keys. Now what can they do?
Balls at the front, that's fine.
With this?
No, out, please. Out now, please.
Got a bit of momentum.
No, ball's always at the front. No, tackle. Tackle, release. Tackle, release.
Bridge to Louis Pullen. Cutter pass from Jones, finds that man Ben Roberts. It's a nice quick ball. Harvey Reeder, 22 of Pontypridd. Jones again, trying the old Maori sidestep. This is better from Keys, probably their best passage of play so far, out of the cat flap from Bridge. Now, important that Keys get something for this, Ken, you would think?
Yeah, it is. They're just not quite puncturing that gain line and putting Ponty under pressure. They got a knock on there from Pontypridd. They got good shape, going through the phases, but they're not quite breaking that gain line to give them, that spark, to give Rhys Jones the opportunity to run onto the ball. It's just all a bit laborious and not quite winning them collisions at the moment. They still got the ball, they still got an opportunity in a good position.
Talking earlier on in the lower, the previous games from the lower leagues, obviously, about the size of the Principality Stadium pitch, full size, obviously, as big as you can get it. That probably won't come in to play so much with these Premiership teams.
No, I don't think so. I think you, without being rude, you see a difference in size of athlete and player that are out here. These guys, be used to playing at a place like Sardis Road, the Knoll, which are comparable to the Principality Stadium ground, and they'll be used to having that extra space. I think it shocks the teams in the lower league how big the pitch is, and they end up almost trying to play into that space because they see it's there, but not quite sure how to do it. So you see a lot of kicking and a lot of running like headless chickens, shall I say, without being disrespectful. But we won't see that issue in this game yet, I don't think.
Tom Sullivan. Advantage coming for Cross Keys as well. And a chance for the first points on the board, or will they go down the line?
Been an interesting decision here. Phil, I think. Whether they think they're going to have to score points and tries, to beat Pontypridd here today. But obviously they're having a lot of time in Pontypridd's 22, so it gives them an opportunity, to eat into the clock to get Ralph Miller back on the field. And the driving ball's been pretty effective, but it's pretty cynical play of the ball on the floor there, in the 22. Very lucky not to get a yellow card.
Now I know that Keys pride themselves on their line-out catch and drive. They feel this could be a real weapon for them. That peel around, and it's the captain in the van, Corey Nichols, as he often is, and a try is awarded. And it is indeed Corey Nichols. And Keys are on the board, and now we've got a game on.
Great line-out take by Harvey Reader, I think it was, to drop it down to the guys at the back of the line. Now Pontypridd, they're committed to the maul at the front, that shift. Great bit of trickery there. Great work, to be fair. Sorry, it wasn't Harvey Reader. It was Sam Llewellyn. Great hands by him. Show a different picture. Now some great work by Cross Keys there.
Yeah, straight off the paddock, and they're down to 14.
Thank you, Jim.
There he is, the skipper, Corey Nichols. 108th appearance today for the Keys. Great stalwart. And that's unusual for Rhys Jones, pulling a conversion. So it's a 5-point game. There's the try, always the delight when something comes off that's been practiced on the training paddock.
Yep.
And we'll watch out for more of that, I'm sure, from Cross Keys if they get anywhere near. And all of a sudden, errors coming Ponty's way. Straight out.
Cool. I know everyone's excited, but again, a lot of people are...
Ewan Evans.
Okay, I'm happy to talk to you. I don't know who.
Play for Cardiff RFC and latterly for the Cornish Pirates. The Ponty 10, there he is.
Blackpool.
Now options either side for Rhys Jones from this scrum. The clubs have met twice in finals before. Cross Keys famously winning in 2012, 32-19 that was, and then Pontypridd the last time they were in the final, winning 21-8 in 2014. Picked up by the try scorer Nichols, and Tom Bridge fancies a little run. Much better from Keys. Commentator's curse. But I think that certainly gives them confidence, that try by Corey Nichols, Cross Keys. On comes Ralph Miller, hero of the semi-final. Part villain of the final, but he's back on. He can make amends for that yellow card. Powerful running by Duan Thomas. In that attack for Cross Keys.
Just wash that off. Just get some bars on. Just to stop it bleeding. So.
And that's hooker Nathan Hewish just having a bit of a blood tension. Well, the good old-fashioned vase.
Time up.
Vase and Savlon, the best cocktail known to rugby players the world over. There he is. Vase and all. Nathan Hewish taking it up to halfway. Tom Bridge. something perhaps on that left-hand side. Keys have spotted. Bridge to Jones. This time it's Sam Llewellyn, the blindsider. Jones to Jake Wyszynewski. That's the 10-metre line of Keys. Into the final minute of the first half. Duan Thomas. Ralph Miller, keen to get back involved. Jones, halfway. Oh, little show and go, and the cat flap as well. Beautiful play by Jones. Duan Thomas into the 22. Can he find support, or is he going to go all the way? Just hold down. Now, quick ball is what Keys need here. Gorgeous skill from Chris Jones, but it has been stolen by Pontypridd, and how important will that be? Duan Thomas maybe might have looked for some support there. Difficult to say from up here. Still in play though. Ben Roberts, Corey Nichols, the captain, still going Nichols. Just forced out. But that replay will be interesting of that Duan Thomas break as the referee's whistle goes for half-time. And the game starting to take shape and ignite right at the end of the half. Half-time, Cross Keys 5, Pontypridd 10.
Croeso nôl, rownd derfynol cwpan yr uwch gyngor a Pontypridd sydd ar y blaen yn erbyn Cross Keys o 10 i 5. Oedd Pontypridd yn meddwl bod nhw wedi sgorio ar ôl 49 o eiliadau, ond oedd roedd aros rhyw 4 munud yn fwy cyn bod Joe Davies, yr asgellwr, yn tirio. Felly, fel o'n i'n dweud, mantes o 5 pwynt gan Pontypridd a Wy'n meddwl bod i'n deg dweud bod Cross Keys wedi tyfu mewn i'r gêm. Pontypridd ar y cyfan sydd wedi edrych gryfa am y 20 munud i gyd.
Ie, yn sicr, o'n i'n poeni bach ar ôl y 20 munud cyntaf oedd Cross Keys yn really stryglo i sefydlu ei hun yn y gêm, falle nerfe, fel ni'n sôn cyn y gêm, a fel achlysyd mawr. Ond ie, maen nhw wedi tyfu mewn i'r gêm yn bendant, a falle yn anlwcus ddim i mynd mewn i'r ail hanner yn gyfartal neu hyd yn oed 2 pwynt o'r blaen. Felly mae pobl wedi chwarae am o hyd.
Ie, nhw'n ni trafod y cyfle ychydig cyn troi, ond beth am ni edrych ar gais Joe Davies eto, achos mae wedi edrych yn brysur drwy'r 20 munud cyntaf yna.
Na, mae wedi, fe sydd wedi edrych, fe a Dir Syci yn y cefed sydd edrych fwyaf likely i sgori ceisio. A mae jyst wedi baco hunan, rhedeg yn galed, bydd Cross Keys yn siomedig yn amddiffynol a gyda'r tac o'na gan Rhys Jones. Ond mae jyst wedi baco hunan, gyda'r cyflymder a pŵer sydd da fel i croesi, a dechreuad gret i Pontypridd. Ie, 4 munud ar y cloc, Pontypridd yn edrych yn gyfforddus, ond Cross Keys yn taro nôl i capten nhw yn arwen drwy y siampl.
Ie, yn erbyn llif y chwarae yn sicr, ond fel wedys i, mae rhaid nhw sefydlu chi'n cael bach o tirogaeth. Maen nhw wedi cael mewn i'r cornel reit yn 5 metr mas ar sgarbau symudol wedyn yn croesi a mae hwnna yn statement mawr i'r sgarbau symudol bod y llwyddiannus fel hwnna yn enwedig ar ôl i nhw cael ei dominyddu really cyn hwnna i gyd.
Ie, blaenwyr yn joio hunain mas na Ken?
Na, ond dangos y hyder, maen nhw cael un cyfle geithio nhw lan ni, a hwnna oedd e. I wneud rhywbeth maen nhw'n gweithio arno yn yr wythnos. So mae'n gret i gweld na. Oedd dyn oedd ar y card â nhw hefyd, a nhw'n nôl yn y gêm. A maen nhw'n wedi rwystro Pontypridd, maen nhw'n gweithio'n galed i gilydd a wedi cadw eu hunain yn y gêm.
Ie, maen nhw wedi cadw eu hunain yn y gêm, a mae Pontypridd wedi cael sawl cyfle. Dyn nhw ddim falle wedi bod mor glinigol yn y 2 ar 20 a fydden nhw wedi dymuno.
Ie, mae Cross Keys bendant yn lwcus bod nhw ddim lot tu ôl hi. Wrth gwrs, mae gyda chi achlysur yma. Pam chi'n gwylio fe ar y cyflymder go iawn, oedd hi fan yn sicr dim bod cais oedd ond pam ti'n araifu fe lawr sawl symudiad wedyn, a fan hyn wrth gwrs yn y cornel. Ond i fi, mae hyn jyst yn esiampl o beth maen nhw'n gallu gwneud, ond nhw'n anffodus wrth gwrs i ddim sgorio, ond Stuckey, Davies, dwylo nhw ar y pêl mewn gwagle, maen nhw mor ddinistrio fel chi'n gallu gweld, mae fe'n fwy hynod o bwerus.
Ond mae rhaid rhaid clod i Cross Keys, Pontypridd sydd wedi edrych y tîm fwy o debygol o sgori bwyntiau. Ond pan mae Cross Keys wedi gwneud camgymeriadau, y gwaith o'r carfan cyfan, y tîm cyfan, i chaso nôl, wneud y tackle ola yna. Mae fe'n dangos beth mae'r gêm ma'n meddwl i'r chwaraewyr.
Ac oedd na gyfle, ychydig cyn troi i Cross Keys. Pontypridd yn llwyddo i droi'r bil drosodd pa mor allweddol alle hyn fod.
Wel, un peth mae angen Cross Keys, pan maen nhw'n cael y cyfle, mae angen cymryd nhw. Gwaith gret gan Rhys Jones, yn gael y bel allan o'r dacl. Ond fel ni'n gweud gyda Cross Keys hwnna, yn chaso nôl, troi'r bel dros a cael y tackle ola. Gwaith gret gan Pontypridd. Byn nhw'n siomedig gyda'r hanner cyntaf, ond mae rhaid y Cross Keys cymryd y cyfleuon na yn yr ail hanner i cael y fuddugoliaeth.
A ni wedi gweld tîmau yn dod nôl crwydri'r Llanelli yn yr ail gêm, ond nhw ar ei holi ond wnaethon nhw frwydro nôl. Sgwni ydy Cross Keys yn mynd i lwyddo i wneud hynny. Mae'r cefnogwyr fan hyn ar ben i digon, maen nhw'n joio hunain mas draw. Pwy sy'n mynd i fynd a chwpan yr uwch gyngor? Dewch nôl ato ni ym mhen ychydig funudau am yr ail hanner. Pontypridd 10, mae hi'n hapus gyda hynny, Cross Keys 5. Dyn nhw falle ddim, ond lle mae'r gêm am mynd sgwni, mae gyda Owain Gwynedd beth cwmni wrth ymyl y cae.
Ie, dwi'n meddwl Morgan Bysanco, mae'r heilyddion sydd yn ôl eistedd lawr yn fan hyn. Morgan, beth yn y gysuon gan Pontypridd yn ystafell newid?
Ie, o'n i wedi dechrau hanner yn rili dda yn y 20 munud cyntaf, lot o pwysau ar Cross Keys, ond discipline masif yn credu yn yr ail hanner. Yr unrhyw reswm wedi sgorio yn y diwedd, oedd couple of penalties gwir. So dechrau fel o'n i, dechrau'r hanner cyntaf a trwy pwysau mewn i pwyntiau.
Ie, dwi'n siŵr fel bod chi gyd dod eistedd lawr yn fan hyn, byddech chdi a gweddill eilyddion eisiau gwneud argraff pan mae'r cyfla'n dod.
Ie, sy'n mynd mlaen, obviously y gêm enfawr, siomedig i byd y start on, mae dyn ni job i wneud dros 80 munud, so mae'n i gyd fan hyn nawr yn sy'n mynd mlaen a gobeithio cael y job done.
Diolch Morgan.
Diolch mawr.
Oce, Lloyd, mewn gair, pwy sy'n mynd â hi?
Mewn un gair?
Ie.
Keys.
Oce, da iawn. Oce, fine. Nôl yn ni at ein tîm y sylwebu. English language commentary available on the red button ond yn Gymraeg. Nôl yn ni at Ifan a Griff.
Cheers, Catherine. Welcome back to the English language commentary with myself, Phil Steele, and Ken Owens will be joining us when he's made his way up. A 5-point game. Pontypridd will be sort of wondering why they're not more ahead. And if you have just joined us, Pontypridd are play from left to right in the red and white, and Keys playing from right to left in the familiar black and white strip. Keys looked much more likely the longer the half went on, particularly towards half-time. It could well be in the lead even, if that Duan Thomas break had paid off. Dale Stuckey. And that looked high, right in front of the referee though, so he had a better view. 10-metre line of Pontypridd. Tigerish tackling from Tom Bridge, the Keys scrum half. Yolo Evans, Yon Evans rather, goes aerial.
No leave, 7.
Rhys Jones out to Tom Sullivan. This is promising from Keys, up to the 22.
He's out. No, he's out.
Carrying is John Verrier. Jones again, just that little delay always keeps that back row guessing. Lovely and quick for Bridge. Keys carrying on the second half where they finished off the first. Lawrence Donnelly.
Out.
The Sheriff is back from the saloon. I've just seen, Ken, that Keys seem to have started the second half just as they ended the first. They seem to have their tails up.
No, they've definitely built up a bit of confidence from being under pressure early doors, and hopefully they can grow into the second half. They'd definitely be the happier of the two sides after the first half. Really frustrated Pontypridd for a large part, and they've started well.
Owain is at pitch side. Owain.
Let's go.
Gwestiwn, mae'n bod llawer gwell nes ni siarad ddwytha. Dod chi sgorio bron ar y blaen yn y cae swyr. Mae pethau eich mwy o ddawol erbyn hyn.
Ie, ni dod mas bach mwy egni ail hanner, a diwedd y hanner gyntaf, o'n i'n edrych fel bod ni'n setlo bach fwy, a falle bod y boys di meddwl, fi ma, just game arall i we, a maen nhw di troi gornel bach, a canwel beth digwydd y ddawn mynd nawr.
Beth yn y gysu yn yr ystafell newid, a ni gweld Morgan Stoddard yn cerdded i ffwrdd efo'r dyfarnwr yn trio cael ambell i bwrnt y draws.
Just yn meddwl falle bod ni ddim yn cael popeth dylwn ni gael o gwmpas y sgarmes. Ni'n teimlo falle bod dwi'n ar llaw bach dyn nhw, ond 50-50 goals y fe, a just neges bod bach fwy o hyder, a credu mewn i ni bod ni yn gallu gwneud hyn, a mae'n gêm eitha cyffroes na gwe, mae'n nip and tuck fel petai.
Ie, mae'n glos. Diolch Gwes.
Diolch fawr.
Well, I can translate that for you. It's a 50-50 game and nip and tuck. Quite a good description, actually.
He's got a spot on, Gwesson.
I thought you were about my translation.
Both.
early, this side. The other side, early.
Pontypridd get the free kick.
This side, early.
Johan Evans will try to
Back. Yeah, this
get
side.
his team away from there. You've played in this stadium, Ken, and it's been rocking, bouncing, Six Nations matches, all of international matches, World Cups. Is it still always a thrill, even on a day like this? You know, when it's just a small crowd, you still get the feel that it's the cathedral.
Oh, I do. You know, I probably it's a little bit more special at times when there's no one in here or less crowds. It's, you know, it's a fantastic stadium. You know, been here since. I remember coming to the first game here back in 1999, and it's fantastic. And you know, it's important to have days like these that the whole rugby community in Wales get the opportunity to play here and have a chance to experience something that I'm lucky I've done on several occasions.
This is what's coming up on S4C, some football and rugby, including the varsity game 2025. So plenty of sport as always on S4C. And thanks for your company if you've been with us all day today. One of the great days of the Welsh club game. And as he was saying earlier on, for the first game, the Carnarvon Bridgend Athletic game, everyone comes from somewhere, Ken. Everyone starts at the club.
No, it does, you know, and we've still got that connection within Welsh rugby, and it's vitally important, you know. The pro game and the grassroots game goes hand in hand, because as professional players have to start somewhere and have to be coached by a volunteer, have the opportunity to play by a volunteer, and it's vitally important.
He's off again, Joe Davis over the halfway line.
Release!
Penalty given.
He didn't release.
Not releasing. Joe Davis been Pontypridd's best player so far for me.
No release.
No, he has. He's looked quality on the wing there. Him and Dale Stuckey are trying to get something going, trying to get something moving.
Reminds me a bit of David James, the way he runs. Those languid strides. Played for Welsh Police as well, and British Police. And scored 2 tries in the semi-final to go with his one today, Joe Davis. And Johan Evans is going for goal. So this to take the lead out to 2 scores. Absolutely still in the stadium here, no wind to worry about. There's your distance. He gave it a fair old bump, but shaving the left post.
I should have put Cross Keys on a bit of a warning that you know, they infringe anywhere around that halfway line, and Johan Evans, you know, has got the distance to punish them, and it could come down. You know, the way the game's gone at the moment, we've seen from the first 2 games high scoring affairs. I think this is going to be a close game, and there's going to be a couple of scores in there, but we're not going to see the points like we've seen in the first 2 games.
Back from Ponty, Joe Miles. Stuckey.
Fall it.
Carrying is Ben Stevens. 99th appearance for him today. Rhythralin product.
No, leave, Black, leave.
And Ponty seemed to have picked up the pace a bit. The other recycling certainly quicker. Rakes to Rob Jones.
No, keep going, please. No.
Stuckey to Callie James, the captain. Joe Davis still going with that, adding the handoff as well to the leg he runs. Ole Ponty strikes up. Karen Daniel.
Cross Keys are looking very comfortable in defence here, supposed to keep their discipline. It's only when Joe Davis gets the ball that they look under pressure.
Back.
Now a bit more momentum from Ponty. Ben Stevens. Breaks with the snipe. That's how close they are. Rob Jones. Ben Stevens. Out another pick and go.
Keep going back, please. Number 1, 3 back. No need off your feet. Off your feet.
Breaks again. What has Johan Evans spotted? Hint of an overlap on that left-hand side if Riggs has spotted it.
Blinkers on with Pontypridd at the moment. They finally get it out there.
Now they go, and they finally get their reward as well. Had to come, and it was Stuart Floyd Ellis, the former Bridgend man, who eventually gets the touchdown.
Much better build-up from Pontypridd there. Something we didn't really see from them in the first half. They tried scoring from first phase, made error and allowed Pontypridd Cross Keys to frustrate them. Just seen them, keep going through the phases, keep building. Joe Davis looked really sharp, and then once they got into that 22, they were clinical. Probably could have come a couple of phases earlier. The blinkers on a little bit with some of the forwards trying to cross themselves, but finally got out there, and a well-worked try for Floyd Ellis.
Pontypridd Massif enjoyed that. He'd have been disappointed earlier on because he's a Bridgend Athletic product, Stuart Floyd Ellis. And he saw his team lose by 1 point to Carnarvon in the Division 1 final. Johan Evans just pulling that one.
Yeah, go on.
They got a 2-score lead now of Ponty.
3. Wait a minute. Number 3.
Ponty, these two teams have had the better of their Premiership season so far. Pontypridd in second place, 2 points behind Merthyr, played 19-1-15. And Keys in more mid-table, played 18-1-9, lost 9 in 7th. But this is the Cup. Plenty of height on that one from Rhys Jones.
Step, please, number 8.
Or as they say in Pontypridd, height. Jones again. Lawrence Donnelly. Looked likely when he's had a bit of possession, the winger. Hewish, the hooker. There he is again, Donnelly. All to naught though, Ponty get the penalty. Captain Callie James over the ball.
Holding on.
Cross Keys once again just struggling to go through the phases. Gone through 2 or 3, and then next thing an error, given an opportunity for Pontypridd to get over the ball and halt another attack.
There's the captain, Callie James, 25-year-old, former Wales under-20s international, Sevens man as well. And another from Ponty Youth.
In. in, please. Numbers, please, guys. It's got to be quick. It's got to be quick.
Right, I'm going to quiz you on this one. This hooker's feet, you know, hookers. We've had scrum halves putting the ball in the second row. Now we've got hookers standing in the field of play against the law. What's going on there, Ken?
It winds me up, Phil. I used to pick up when I was playing all the time. I was a man who toes on the line or behind the line, as always. It does something that grates on me.
Oh, it's a high hit from Nathan Hewish, I think, and it's led to a little bit of bifters here.
Great bit of advice there, no punches.
Wait.
I think Nathan Hewish was one, I may be wrong. Gwyn Morris, the heavy boys are in there. Gwyn Morris is in. Louis Rochefort Sugar was the offended man, and it was Nathan Hewish, I think.
So
here we go.
What I've got here is a high tackle. I believe it's number 2 black. So that's the first offence. We just need to check the severity of that, please. And then the second check is on the play that happens, or the offences that happen after the ball. Okay, I've just got pushing and shoving, but we just need to check if there's anything further than that. Is that okay?
I disagree with the second, but I'll go back and check the first.
Thank you.
It is high. It's.
Aaron, can you see this?
Yeah.
Duan Thomas, looks like.
And you could argue that both of them are in trouble here, because there's a swinging arm and then the shot to the head.
So for me, Jen, I've got number 2 there, who is always high and he's over the shoulder.
Yeah.
But I've got shoulder, the contact on the shoulder before the head. Do you agree with that? Do you agree?
It's by 12. Yeah. Oh, it's direct by 12 black. Shoulder to head. But there is mitigation.
Okay, so can we see the other angle? Sorry, Jen.
The actions of Hewish impacted on.
I'm getting it for you now.
The tackle by Duan Thomas.
That's not so much a seatbelt tackle, that's more of a garrote, isn't it? From
I think they both could be in trouble here, but they'll probably decide that one of them is.
Can you see that?
Yeah. For me, though, the number 2 is the initial offence.
The initial offence, but still a shoulder in the face.
Yes. Yeah. So I've got the initial offence here as being number 2 black is over the shoulder, and that is what's causing the contact with number 12 black. So
and
my
again,
initial
now these players playing in the Premiership
is that we go yellow
wouldn't
card
have a TMO.
number 2 black.
So this is a bit of a change for them, as it was for the 2 finals earlier on.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that, Jen?
Disagree. 12 is always high. So yellow card 12.
Okay, so what you're saying is that we need to yellow card number 12 black. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and then the second thing that we need to check is what's happened after I've blown my whistle, if that's okay, please.
I'd go with that, because I think Hewish, he is high.
We've
not a
checked
dangerous
that, and nothing has
and
happened.
you've cleared that. Okay,
yes.
Time on.
Duan Thomas,
okay.
you know, has hit him square in the chops, as we'd say down west. And no, there is mitigation there.
Okay, so number 12. 12.
And hopefully no one ever heeded the advice of whoever shouted no punches.
So what we've got is that you're always high, and it's a yellow card. Oh, now we got Dick Price. That's what we've
So that is Duan Thomas, is it? Yeah, Duan Thomas.
You got it in the end, Phil.
Great then, so let him get back.
Just the one. And that was because it was the worst of the 2 offences, although both could have gone.
I think what they've looked at there is Hewish is high, but it's almost like a seatbelt.
sort of tackle, but his actions have added to the mitigation to the Duan Thomas tackle. They'd argue that he's perhaps slightly fallen, and that's where the contact of the head came.
So he's still on Nathan Hewish. And his opposite number, Rob Jones, will fancy his chances here. Trying to take advantage. All the cavalry arrive from the three-quarters. Just whether they can spin it once more. Round over the line they go. And he could perm anyone from 12 there by the time that ball was joined. But I would put money on Rob Jones, the hooker. There he is. On his 94th appearance, the Treorchy product, the 34-year-old. And that'll be all the sweeter against his former club.
We heard from Stuart Ricks in the first half, and they were on top, but not in control of the game. I think Cross Keys came out with a great start to the second half. Couldn't score some points. We're just slowly seeing Pontypridd take control of this game now. And I said it earlier, perhaps got it wrong that we're going to see some points, and it's going to be a close game. But you know, Ponty are just slowly trying to start to take control of this game.
And what a smile that is from Rob Jones. Now, Johan Evans could do with putting over this one. Well, a little bit inebriated, but it got there. Pontypridd starting to pull clear at Principality Stadium.
1 and 3, Ponty. 1 and 3. 6 and 2.
Cavalry for Pontypridd, Morgan Bosanko. Over 100 appearances, vast experience, and Ben Drew as well. Another former Ponty youth player. And Nathan Hewish is going off. Glad to see he had a good round of applause from the Keys fans there. Nathan Hewish had a very good first half as Ponty now start to open up. Johan Evans is kicked downtown, finds Green as well. And scurrying back, goal cross keeper. I think that's a 50-22, yeah.
Spiral, you know a lot about that, Phil. We don't see that in the game these days, do we?
They spend hours practicing the spiral, both feet as well. Screw kick, it was called in my day, the screw kick.
Time off. Who's the line?
I'm not going to say that I actually taught Lee Byrne to spiral punt when I taught him in St Mary's Roman Catholic Primary School in Bridgend in the late 80s, but I did.
I didn't realise you used to teach him, Phil.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Fine player he was as well. He played in under 11s when he was 9, did Lee?
We're going backwards, that's one.
And showed what a good coach I was. He played number 8 for me. I could always spot him.
You give him all the all-round skills needed. And good to see him here at the stadium today as well, supporting
Bridgend Athletic, of course, yeah. Bridgend Athletic boy, yeah.
Exactly.
Now Ponty's trying to seize the juggler here, Mitch Barnard. The Cross Keys players not happy with Pontypridd's work, thinking they were a bit offside. Garen Smith showing his experience, all those games as a pro. Rakes, it's a walk-in for Joe Davis, the man who scored 2 in the semis, now makes it 2 in the final. And Pontypridd are on a roll.
Great build-up play from Pontypridd there. Cross Keys doing a good job from the initial line now, but you know, Garen Smith just showing that quality that he's got. You know, played right at the top level, that delayed pass there, getting across the gain line, and then a walk in for Joe Davis, who's been a real standout player for Pontypridd today. You know, his work off the ball has been fantastic. You know, and he's not going to score an easier try than that.
Yeah, second spell with Pontypridd. When he joined the police, he was wasn't as available as he'd have liked, so he went to Llanharan for a spell and did really well there. And now he's back. And they won their final here last season, Llanharan, under the tutelage of Gareth Nicholas.
Great guy, great coach as well, like really, coached by Gareth Nicholas.
Yeah, great guy. I was in Cardiff, met with Gareth. He's, you may know Gareth Nicholas. He's living with Parkinson's disease, and what an example of adversity, living in adversity Gareth Nicholas has been. So there's the margin now, 29-5. An hour gone. Joe Riggs coming off. And you might think that Pontypridd will ring the changes.
Okay, time on.
Will Morgan on for Cross Keys as well.
Tackle release.
Although we saw a similar lead to this one by Tondy in the previous game, and Tennessee Wanderers came back to win that one narrowly. So you never know. Well, Keys are down to 14. 20 to go in the Premiership Cup Final.
Leave now. I got backwards, or we got forward. Scan. Okay.
Well, even in the close quarters, Joe Davis can make ground. Lucas Welch, another former Undersea ball player.
Leave now. Cross Keys, leave.
Quinn Morris's flag up. And let's get some Pontypridd reaction. I bet they're pretty pleased with it at the moment. Owain.
Line out, the time's off, 2 hours 15.
Ie, dwi'n trio casglu'r cyfleoadau ar yr ochr fan hyn a Pontypridd bendant yn hapus. Stuart Ricks, it's been a devastating 5 minutes for Ponty getting those 2 tries, so important for the scoreboard.
Yeah, very much so. We were a bit concerned following the first half. We thought we were very dominant and well on top, but didn't reflect on the scoreboard. Very disappointed to go in so tight at half-time. I think the boys have put that right early now and showed our dominance on the field, and we've got that scoreboard ticking, which is what we want to keep doing for the rest of this game.
Yeah, making the most of that one-man advantage. With that collision, what do you think of the cards? Could it have been more than just a yellow? Could both players have been off?
I'm a Ponty team manager, so obviously I'm going to say they were both red cards, but we have to trust the officials and the fourth officials. They've looked at it in depth. I'm going to say it was red. I'm sure these guys over here will say it wasn't even a penalty, so I'll sit on a fence on that one.
Yeah. Hey, but 29 points to 5 now, 20 minutes left. Is the game in the bag?
No, it's never in the bag. There's still plenty to go, still plenty to do. We got plenty of boys to come on now, give us fresh energy. Hopefully we'll see. We need to ramp this up a little bit more to get this over the line.
Cheers, Stuart.
Thank you.
Riggs of the Diplomatic Corps, Pontypridd Limited.
You must be the only one, fellas, diplomatic on a breathe.
Back, please.
Dale Stuckey with the banana kick.
2. Back, please.
Joe Davis searching for a hat-trick. Chip and nip by him, and he picks it up as well. Oh, and this time he finds support in the form of Lucas Welch. Fashioned by Joe Davis, finished by Lucas Welch, and surely you can put the Ponty ribbons on the cup.
Yeah, some great work. Cross Keys looked as if they were pretty much in control there. 4 or 5 defenders in front of Joe Davis. Backs himself, just goes infield. The skill the handoff, the skill there just to chip it. Gets a bit lucky with the bounce, but you've got to make your own luck, the strength. And as all great nines do, they're on the shoulder, and a great offload as well.
And that's a cup-winning smile from Lucas Welch. Conversion is good. Ponty up to 36. There's the man, Joe Davis.
Wait. 15. Yeah, he's got 15. He's behind the post. You happy, Jen, or do you want me to start?
Yes, happy.
Happy? Okay, time on.
Adam Tetley on for his 112th appearance for Cross Keys.
Hi, you got that advantage? Yeah. Hi. Hi, 13 black.
So Ponty cruising seemingly to a 6th cup win in their 13th final.
Yeah, got it.
Sean Thomas back on. Ben Murphy coming on as well.
10. No, he wants to go now. Sorry.
It's an interesting celebration. What was that? Why for Ennis the ball, was it?
Not sure, it could be. One thing that's great is in this Ponty squad now, a lot of the boys have come through either the youth system there, and they say they're pretty loyal to Pontypridd, to their home club. But you know, a lot of guys from the vicinity, and some great rugby clubs on there. You know, and Ennis Bull and the like, and Bather, and you know, they really are proud to play for Pontypridd, and it means a lot to them.
And some fabulous players have come from Ennis Bull. Garen Jenkins, of course, played for Pontypridd on the way. Staff Jones, Lyon, Pontypool. Dale McIntosh is an honorary Ennis Bull man.
Okay, I'm talking to you both now, because you're both the captains of both teams, okay? The stuff off the ball has to stop, okay? And getting people appealing to myself, there's also stuff that's going on as afters behind the post, and it's instigated by you two, okay? I expect you to be setting an example, because you're both the captains. The next one is penalised, okay? Happy?
Well, I shouldn't forget Kerry Jones, the centre, very classy centre who played in the 1980s. First of all for Cardiff, and then Pontypridd. Won a President's Cap, a Welsh cap, on a Wales tour. Another product of Ennis Bull. So good to see the local club supporting Ponty, which is how it should be, isn't it? If you're able to play a high level, play a high level. If it doesn't work out, come back to your club.
No, it should be. That's how the system is. That's what it's been built on through the decades. And we lost that a little bit at times, you know, with the age of professionalism. But you know, it's got to come back into the game if Welsh rugby's to survive and get back to the top end of world rugby as we wanted to be.
Smashing cutout pass, finding Duan Thomas. 15 to go. Be taken give by Mitch Barnard there, the Ponty second row. By John Verrier rather, the Cross Keys second row. Came to naught in the end, and Ponty have it back.
Number 22, offside. 22, offside.
Cross Keys just trying to force play now a little bit, knowing that they got a lot to make up. Trying to offload out the tackle, which is just making things easy for Pontypridd at the minute. And you know, they've been by far the best team in this final. Cross Keys frustrated them a lot in the first half, but you've just seen the difference in quality between the two sides in the second half.
The trophy, incidentally, they'll be playing for is the same trophy that has been used in this competition since 1972, when the late Martin Davis, the Neath captain, raised it after they beat Llanelli. That was the first ever WRU Cup of the modern era. It's had various sponsors, of course, over the years, but it's still the same trophy. Oh, lovely handoff from Garen Smith, showing his professional class there.
Sorry, thank you. Happy? Yeah.
Stuart Floyd Ellis. Garen Smith again. Just a couple of touches from Garen Smith. You can see that even though the legs maybe have perhaps slowed a little, although he's still only 29, that class is still there, isn't it? You know.
No, you know, I played a lot against Garen when he was up at Cardiff, and he was an underrated player, if anything. You know, he was a bit of that glue within a team. Do you know what I mean? Always made great defensive reads, strong defender, and you've seen it in this game. You know, the timing of his pass, the variation of his pass, putting others into space, and he's a quality player.
There's our European offerings on S4C as live. Connacht against Cardiff, and Scarlets, Osprey Scarlets live tomorrow, that is. Yeah, just back to Garen Smith, the first Pontypridd family to play for Pontypridd over 3 generations. The legendary Joe Smith is his grandfather. Legendary centre, played 400 odd games for Pontypridd and then coached them in their heyday of the 70s. And then Steve, his father, played in the 1980s, and now you've got Garen. And a nod to the Kilfynydd club as well that produced those players.
Please, thank you.
Well, Keys is certainly not giving up the ghost here.
Once, 9.
Errors costing them a bit, though. I suppose if you score a try on Principality Stadium, you still tell the grandchildren, even if it was in a defeat.
Yeah, of course you would. You know, it's a special day, it's a special occasion. You know, we're looking at a game now that Pontypridd are probably gonna win, but for these Cross Keys guys, it's still a special day for them. You know what they've been through this year as a club. We heard it pre-match with some of the losses, and obviously the devastation with the flooding at the ground. They've come through adversity, you know, and to get to a final at the Principality Stadium, you know, they've given everything for the club and the community. You know, and they're still battling out there. It just hasn't quite gone right for them today over the 80 minutes, even though we've got 10 minutes left. But you know, it's still a fantastic opportunity for these players to play at this fantastic and wonderful stadium.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the fallout from the Hurricane Bert, which affected Blackwood as well. Blackwood Rugby Club in Gwent. The Cross Keys, they didn't play a home match from the middle of October to the end of January. And they were using parks pitches and school pitches and everything to train on. So as you said, to get to the stadium in the final, that's success in a way, although they'll be disappointed with the probable result. So hats off to everyone at Cross Keys.
No, he's off his feet. He's off his feet.
Do you ever have the pleasure of playing at Pandy Park yourself?
I did once ever. I was in my younger days at the Scarlets. I played up in Scotland somewhere on the Friday night and was picked up from Cardiff Airport straight up to Pandy Park. I didn't get 10 minutes off the bench.
No, it's happy.
I think we lost. I was playing for Llanelli then, and had a fantastic welcome at the club though. I think Edwin Price played that day as well.
High tackle around the neck, the TMO says. Yes, it's as good a welcome as you get anywhere, Cross Keys. You mentioned Richard Cornock earlier on, going after Tom Lampard's record of appearances of 427. Of course, Richard Cornock has just beaten the legendary Richie Donovan, the late great Richie Donovan's record. He was 412. Another prop, and I had the honour of going to Richie Donovan's funeral, which was held on Pandy Park, a great occasion, great emotional occasion that was. Richie Donovan was one of the legendary Gwen props. Played virtually all his career with Cross Keys, and he's always fondly remembered there. So that's a great thing for Richard Cornock to say, that he's overtaken the great Richie Donovan.
Richard Cornock, in fairness, has been a cornerstone of that pack for almost 2 decades. I played youth rugby with and against Richard, and he's been a rock of that club as well.
Ponty still searching for one more with 9 minutes to go. Oh, and they're there as well. Yeah, referee right on the spot. It's almost formal order DQ now for Pontypridd. Lloyd Riley. Or what is it, Christian Parker? Yeah, Christian Parker, the skipper, the coach rather. Welsh Rugby Union hub officer. You can tell all his coaching charges in the wing about that one.
All came from a great kick from Ioan Evans, from 45 out to put it right into the corner. Change it up with a bit of a front peel there and a great offload. And just being patient, but great carry and strength there to cross the line.
Jaden Pugh drills it straight to the middle.
He
had a bit to do, didn't he?
11, 6,
he did. He made it look very easy. There's a couple of defenders there, but won the collision, drove his legs, and then got them arms out and crossed the line for a deserved try. He's been good today, being industrious, done the work a lot of people wouldn't have seen, and fully deserving of that try.
Pontypridd bringing the changes, giving a chance for all the bench to come on and say they were on the pitch when they won the final.
Backwards by Red.
There's Stuart Ricks, the team manager.
Good turnover.
$15 in the side. Number 15, always in the side.
Murphy drilling it into the corner. That's a pretty good effort as well from Murphy.
A very good kick. He's given his forwards a chance, who looked good in the first half with the driving line out, bringing some variation in. That'd be great for Cross Keys now to finish this game on a high. Hopefully score another try. Just hasn't quite worked for them today.
More advantage. We've got the advantage, Cross Keys, okay?
Advantage coming. Jeff Young, the Canadian, is leading the charge, and I think he's over. Jeff Young, there he is. The man from Toronto. Came over to study at Cardiff Met. And just reward there for Cross Keys, because they certainly haven't thrown the towel in.
Okay, so
Good drive the ball, but I think they could be looking at something, yeah.
Penalty try anyway. There's number 5 here.
They'll be delighted with that at the Toronto Nomads Club over in Canada.
So not the first.
We are checking ground in, I think.
But the second one.
Aaron, is this official? Is this check?
Yeah, please.
So you want me to check the second
I
round?
want the number, so number 16 there. Fine. Number 16. Yeah. Off we go, please.
Knock on, they deemed it, but it's a penalty try anyway.
Penalty try is given. No conversion, of course. Poor old Jeff Young will be absolutely gutted with that, won't he?
He'd be devastated.
Just about to text his mates in Toronto and if it's a penalty try.
It's great to see, you know, we've had a lot of players over the years and we come to university over here or ended up in Welsh clubs, especially from Canada and the US, have made a massive difference to Welsh rugby. So it's lovely to see that tradition going strong.
We'll ask you then, Ken, player of the match. Who you pick?
There's been a lot of standout performances on the field today, especially from Pontypridd. They've been outstanding. But I think there's one guy who's really stood out. Scored 2 tries. May get a third by the end of the game, but there's been a different level on the field today. Is Joe Davis.
Joe Davis, the Pontypridd right wing, as adjudicated by former Wales and Lions hooker Ken Owens. 2 tries in the semi, 2 tries in the final. There he is, Joe Davis. And not only his tries, but he's looked potent, doesn't he, in all respects. I do feel for Jeff Young, though, getting a game on the stadium, scoring a try, what he thought was a try, and then it was a penalty try.
He may not be watching this over in Canada, so he could claim it anyway. He just shows the clip.
Number 7, guys. What number's coming off, please, sorry? 7. I've just been told 7.
So the final few minutes here just being played out. Deserved for Pontypridd. For Cross Keys, of course, it was a victory of sorts getting here when you think of the upheaval they've had with the flood of the clubhouse. So we can't say highly enough of how they've managed to salvage their season in more ways than one.
Set.
Stuckey kicks downtown. Ralph Miller.
Leave now.
Now Keys just got one last flourish.
All the way, please. Let's go.
Connor Hughes with the throw. Into the final minute of the 2024-25 Premiership Cup Final. Dan Bobos, the former Dragon, on at scrum half for the Keys. There he is. Ralph Miller. Connor Hughes. Oh, this is lovely out of the tackle play by Cross Keys. Just let them down at the vital moment.
Got an advantage here for a knock on, okay? Scrum.
And probably looking at the last play here for Pontypridd. Not a vintage final, certainly not as exciting as the previous two.
Guys, come on, please.
But that won't worry the Ponty fans too much. There's the Ponty replacement, or the bench. Players who've come off, and they're all pretty happy. Just waiting for that final whistle. And for that famous old trophy to be lifted.
Right. Set.
Clock is red, off she goes, and there we are. It's a 7th cup win for Pontypridd, and that'll taste sweet after 11 years. Christian Parker there, one of the player coaches. The Pontypridd massive, delighted. They travelled in numbers as they always do. But full credit as well to Cross Keys, as I said, to get here was a victory of sorts. After battling with off-the-field problems midway through the season. Rob Jones there, the hooker. And you can see what it means to Pontypridd. And they've prevailed easily in the final. And they're the champions, the cup champions. 24-25. Pontypridd 43, Cross Keys 12.
Ac oedd hi'n gyfforddus yn dod i yn y pen draw Pontypridd yn sicrhau sawl cais yn yr ail hanner yna, ac o'n nhw'n edrych yn ddigon hapus. Lloyd teg dweud hynny bod Cross Keys yn y pen draw ddim wedi gallu cystadlu mewn sawl agwedd o'r gêm.
Na, fi'n meddwl oedd yn amlwg yn yr ail hanner wedyn, falle Pontypridd just yn dangos pam maen nhw uwchben Cross Keys yn y gyngrair, perfformiad mwy eiddfed falle, a y profiad na sydd da nhw i reoli'r gêm, a wedyn fi'n meddwl y prif trobwynt oedd y cerdyn felyn, a dyna'n ochr wedyn, ond o'n i ddim yn disgwyl i Pontypridd ymateb mor dda ag o'n nhw, felly chwarae teg i nhw, ond credyd i Cross Keys fyd yn brwydro tan y chwb yn ola. A 7th tro mae Pontypridd di ennill y gystadleuaeth yma, mae'r cefnogwyr ar ben i digon, ac yng nghanol y chwaraewyr sydd hefyd yn dathlu, mae Owain.
Maen nhw yn dathlu bendant, a nhw'n dangos ddigon o edmygedd i'w gilydd hefyd. Cali James, you are the Cup champions of 2025. How does that sound?
Oh, fantastic, over the moon.
Yeah, kind of, and what does it mean to the club? You know, it's been a difficult couple of years maybe, but it shows what Pontypridd are.
Yeah, like you said, we had a couple of tough years over the past, 8 to 10 years, and today was, made it all worthwhile for the boys playing today. So, yeah, over the moon.
Come with the boys, they're all celebrating here. I'm going to try and jump in. Morgan Brazanco, cyn bych chi'n edrych swnna gan y draw, wnaeth ni ofyn bod chi'n mynd impact o dod i maes. Ath o sgorbwn off hedfan unwaith os di ymlaen.
Wel, must be mi yn dod ymlaen, ond o'n i'n meddwl ni bron dros o, ond nath y winger dod mewn, oedd Garin di dweud, o'n i dyle fi di sgorio hwnna, ond chuffed i ennill y gêm a dod ymlaen, neud tym bach o impact gobeithio, hapus iawn i ennill a ni'n enjoyo heno nawr.
Doing Dale Stuckley. Dale, can I grab you here? We were talking before the game, 200 plus games, 100 tries for the club. You nearly scored in the first couple of minutes. Should it have been a try?
Dream come true, innit? Great start. Third time lucky for me. I've been there twice and lost. I know what it feels like to be on the other side, so over the moon for a new group of boys to come in and put a performance in like that.
Yeah, you've been a great servant for Pontypridd, but before the club, put into context, what does this mean for the team? It's a 7th cup, pushing 3rd in the history of the competition in terms of successes.
Yeah, it's massive. Like I talked about earlier, we've been in amongst my old teams, but we haven't been here for like 10 years, so it's great to be back in our pedestal now.
Cheers, Dale. Go enjoy with the boys.
Thank you.
Maen nhw'n edrych fel bod nhw'n mynd i ddathlu drwy'r nos. Pob lwc os ydych chi'n byw ym Pontypridd na gyd oed â i. Wi'n meddwl bod ni'n gallu nawr siarad a seren y gêm, Joe Davies. Ydy yn gallu'n nghlywed i sgwni? Joe, wyt ti'n gallu'n nghlywed i?
Dwi'n gallu clywed chi, ie.
Gwych, Joe. Am gêm i ti yn bersonol, fi'n gwybod falle bod ti eisiau canolbwyntio ar y tîm. Be mae hyn yn ei olygu i Pontypridd?
Na, mae'n meddwl lot i'r tîm fel sydd wedi cael ei dweud, wedi bod wedi bod lot o amser ers ni wedi cael ei lle yma blaen ac ennill. So na, mae'n meddwl lot i'r boys.
a fel ti'n gallu gweld, mae'n meddwl lot i'r fans hefyd.
Ie, a beth am i ni drafod y berfformiad ti te? Dau gais, cais ar ôl 4 munud o ti ym mhobman yn ystod yr 80 munud e?
Na, dwi'n trio golau, dwi'n 28 nawr, so mae amser yn mynd ymlaen. Ond just trio helpu'r boys mas, trio bod yn popeth i'n gallu, ac just popeth yn mynd yn da heddi, so
Os wneud i edrych lan ar y sgrin, falle wneud i weld rhyw fontage o berled i yn ystod yr 80 munud. Siarad ni drwy beth sy'n mynd trwy dy feddwl di ar un o bryd, ti yn ei chanol i fel o'n i'n gweud.
Fi ddim yn gallu gadw fi byw hyn lawr nawr, edrych ar fy hun ar teledu. Ond fel fi dweud, just trio gorau a trio bod yn y canol o popeth fan, ac oedd wedi gweithio'n dda heddiw a boys ar shoulder fi hefyd.
Mae hon yn freuddwyd nag yw i bod yng nghanol Stadiwm Principality a gweld ei hunan ar y sgrin mawr?
Honestly, mae ffrindiau fi ddim yn mynd i gadw fi byw hyn lawr. Diolch yn fawr.
Wel, dycha, llongfarchiadau mawr i ti, o ti'n wych heddi, cer i fwynhau dy hunan efo gweddill aelodau dy dîm di. Wel yn amlwg mae un tîm yn dathlu ar ben i digon, ond wrth gwrs mae yna dîm arall sy'n siomedig, felly mae gyda Owain, aelod o dîm Cross Keys gyda fe.
Gwesyn, ni siarad yn ystod y gêm, oeddech chi yn ddi am rhan helaeth yr hanner cyntaf na, ond ddim yr ail hanner ych chi ddim uno.
Just i wedig bach o stêm, fi'n meddwl, pob clwyd i Bonty.
Ti am dro ffyrin gyda Chelsea?
Pob clwyd i Pontypridd, chwarae nhw gêm eithriadol o dda. Just boys yn trio bethau, ddim yn dod ma, cwbl o bwnt ar y bêl, rai penderfyniadau falle, mynd ffordd ni, mae rhywbeth bach yn gweld yn digwydd chmo, ond edrych yn ôl ar y hanner gyntaf, a'r kick-off gyntaf, falle, os mae hwnna ddim yn digwydd, falle bod y gêm yn gwahanol, chmo.
Dwi wedi trio dwy'n Connor Hughes yn un. Connor, sgai, dydych chi draw. Connor, cais neu beidio oedd hwnna? Penalty try, yn tynnu hwnna gyn ti bach yn harsh, oedd?
Na, fydd hwnna cais ar y tali fi, dwi'n meddwl.
Ie. Dweud y teulu wedi sgorio yn y Principality.
Definitely. Look, really siomedig nawr am y canlyniad, ond mae boys wedi gweithio mor galed, so ni'n mynd i joio noson, review dydd Mawrth a mynd to wythnos nesaf.
Diolch Coned, dwi'n mynd i dal Ben yn fan hyn. Ben, ti draws i'n myndio. Dwi'n gwybod ti wedi brifo dy ffair. Faint o siomedig, chi'n mynd i fyny gael medal, chi'n yn wych i gyrraedd y rownd erfynol, man. Dwi'n tybio os ydych chi'n licio codi'r cwpan.
Yn am jyst yn barod o boys os wedi cyrraedd fan hyn yn y tro cantaf, really. Yn i god bod yn mynd i bod yn gêm arall yn dod am pryd ni wedi chwai Ponty yn y gyngrau, a ni wedi cael dyfred da yn ebyn nhw yn y gyngrau, so oedd y pen o boys lan yn mynd mewn i'r gêm a i bod yn te, ni wedi gwneud yn da mewn y hanner cyntaf o'n ni eitha araf i dechrau wedyn, ar ôl y 20 munud, ni wedi cael bach o momentum a cael y cais yna, jyst meddwl rhan ail hanner jyst y ced yn melyn ac yn colli momentum bach a wedyn pennau'n gollwng rili, a mae'n anodd i dod nôl ar ôl i nhw sgorio un o'r llall, so ond just parod o boys i dod am yn y tro cyntaf, ni ddim really di bod mewn final ers 2012 fi'n meddwl, so...
Wel Ben, chi wedi y tîm yn falch, mae'r cefnogwyr yn falch iawn ohono chi, joio noson a dos yn ôl dy fedal, dwi'n gwybod ti wedi gweud amser i limpio yna, ond diolch yn fawr.
Diolch.
Drianna fe, ond dadansoddiad gonest chwarae teg, Ken weithiau, yr holl baratoi, dyw pethau jyst ddim yn mynd o'ch plaid chi ar y cae.
Na, dechrau nhw'r gêm, hanner cyntaf, wnaethon nhw tyfu mewn i'r hanner cyntaf, wnaethon nhw dechrau'r ail hanner fel o'n i disgwyl nhw'n wneud, ond oedd just gyda Pontypridd bach yn fwy, bach fwy o quality yn y tîm, a wnaethon nhw cytio yn y gêm, mynd trwy'r cymal, mynd trwy'r prosesau nhw. Unwaith nhw yn dod ben a dechrau reoli'r gêm, oedd ei galed i Cross Keys, nhw gorfodi wedyn ni yn yr ail hanner, trio pethau pan nhw'n chas o'r gêm. Oedd Pontypridd jyst yn proffesiynol ar gwahaniaeth yn cwpl o chwaraewyr, chwaraewyr o Garin Smith, mae lot o profiad da nhw, jyst rhywbeth bach gwahanol yn y tîm nhw heddi.
Boes sydd wedi bod mawr blaen, boes sy'n gwybod siwt mae ennill gemau mawr. Wel, mae Cross Keys wedi cael eu medalau nhw, ond mae Pontypridd yn barod i dderbyn i cwpa nhw y gyntaf ers 11 mlynedd. Beth am i ni fynd nôl at ein tîm sylwebu ni?
Here we go then with the Pontypridd side, the victorious Pontypridd side. A 7th cup win for them. Callie James just warming his arms up, ready for the lift. Player coach Christian Parker alongside him. There's Garen Smith. And there she is, the grand old WRU Cup. Here we go, Pontypridd. Callie James lifting the cup. Pontypridd worthy winners of the Welsh Rugby Union Premiership Cup 2024-2025. There'll be some celebrations tonight in Pontypridd. And thanks for listening to the English language commentary as we watch Pontypridd once again lift that cup.
Oes Glei, mae yna ddathlu mynd i fod drwy'r nos yn y cymoedd Pontypridd. Mae'r cefnogwyr fan hyn ar ben i digon. Dyn nhw ddim yn mynd i yma, pidwch chi am mynd i yma'n chwaith. Ni'n mynd am egl fer, dewch nôl am ragor o ymateb ar dadansoddi ymhen ychydig funudau. Ni wedi cael tipyn o ddiwrnod fan hyn yn Stadiwm Principality. Y gêm gyntaf, nillwyr rownd derfynol Cwpan Adran 1. Caernarfon yn mynd â hi mewn gêm mor agos yn erbyn Clwb Athletic Pen y Bont. O nhw ar ben i digon. Ac yna, ail gêm y pnawn, wel, gêm agos arall. Crwydred Llanelli yn ennill Cwpan y Bencampwriaeth yn curo Tondi. Ac yna, i ni newydd weld Pontypridd yn ennill cwpan yr uwch gyngred. Dyna i chi Dale Stucky. 200 o gemau Pontypridd, 100 o geisiau. Mae e'n dipyn o arwr i'r clwb. Ac mae Christian Parker, prif hyfforddwr ac un o chwaraewyr Pontypridd yn mynd i fod yn ymuno gyda ni nawr. Le ma fe, gwedwch? Mae e'n fan hyn.
How are we, okay?
Congratulations, well done. How are we feeling like right now? You looking after this?
Yeah, relief more than anything, I think. Going into on 3 losses on a bounce, but boys turned up today. I can't fault the effort they put in, and bring silverware back to Ponty for the first time in 10 years is a huge achievement.
You look so comfortable out there throughout the game, actually. There was one point maybe just before half-time where Cross Keys tried to get themselves back into it, but from that point onwards, you just seem to control everything.
Yeah, everything. Boys seem to be on fire today. We had accuracy in behind, you know. I think we could have scored a few more tries in our first half, but fair play to Keys. They threw everything at us in our sort of middle 20. And they tried got in there back at half-time, but we always said that at half-time we have to come out and we have to score the first points.
Dale spoke about how he's been on the losing end of this final twice before. How important is it for you as a new group compared to the other 2 finals to be able to bring this back to Ponty?
Yeah, massively. When he said he'd done 2 losses on the bounce, I was a bit nervous and I thought, oh, third time, here we go. But no, obviously Ponty's got a vast history in this cup, and the others have written their history in the books. So it's about time a new group did that, and fortunate we did it today.
Brilliant.
You got on the scoreboard yourself in the second half. You had to really, didn't you? You're head coach, you've got to lead by example, you've got to get that try. Talk us through it.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often, and the boys, I think, said it was a weak tackle on me, but I'll say it's just a great carry. But yeah, fortunate to get on the try sheet for once.
Quiet night now, going back to Pontypridd, bed by 10?
Yeah, some of the boys got work tomorrow, I think. But no, we're straight back to the club. You look at the support there. They all told that they're waiting back in the club for us, so we can't wait to celebrate for them, because this means a lot to them as well, not just the players.
We'll let you put that mic down.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
With you. Congratulations, well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Chwarae teg, nôl â fi at y dathlu. Ken, llwyr heiddi ennill y pnawn ma.
Na ddyn, ti'n fe wedyn ni, oedd Cross Keys wedi troi lan yn hanner cyntaf, a jyst gweld y chwaraewyr profiadol wedi sefyll lan, ti'n bod, a wedi dangos y gwahaniaeth rhwng y 2 tîm yn y diwedd na, a llawn heiddi mynd ar drwsa nôl i Pontypridd, a gobeithio deith yn ôl nawr mae'r blwyddyn nesaf.
Gewn ni weld. Diolch yn fawr iawn i chi'ch doi. Cofiwch chi gatre, gêm fawr fori, y gwylch yn erbyn y Scarlet. Ymunwch yn ni am hynny, nos fori, tan hynny, o fawr i chi.